stupid thing. I should have never come out here alone. Oh, hello. Please don't laugh. I'm having a terrible time, and this cart isn't even the half of it. Though you look rather experienced. Maybe it's fortuitous that you came along. You might be just the right person to help me. You've heard about dragon mounds, right? They're ancient dragon burial sites. Centuries old. The Dragon War, the Dragon Cult. I'm over-explaining. The job is simple. I just need some charcoal rubbings from those mounds. I intended to. I hired this cart and everything. But as you can see, that didn't work out. Maybe I was foolish to try and do this on my own. I don't have a lot of field experience. Almost none. But you could handle this, right? I'll paint. Thank you for helping. It's a big relief. I need rubbings from 2 dragon mounds. One south of here, and another off to the east. I'm particularly interested in any symbols that look like dragons, but anything you find will help. Oh, you should read Historia Draconis. The writer was an eyewitness. Very briefly, in ancient times, dragon priests and the dragons ruled over the Nords. More like slaves, really. Unless you joined the dragon cult. Right. The Nords revolted. A few dragons even fought against their own kind. The texts say thousands on thousands of Nords died, but I think that's exaggerated. Eventually, they defeated the dragon priests and their dragons. We're still sorting that out. The Historia claims the Nords killed them all, but it's biased. Some scholars think the cultists sacrificed themselves to become Draugr. That way they could protect the dragons and priests buried in the mounds. Oh, that's easy. Most of the burial sites are still buried and therefore inaccessible. These 2 happen to be at the surface and may have the rubbings I need, if my research is correct, of course. There's more, but let's start with this, at least. I really don't know. I've never really done research in the field before. I plan to go in armed to the teeth, just in case. A lot of good that did me. I bought all this adventuring gear and have nothing to show for it.
Friend, there's no time. The information. The Ice Reach Coven at work in the west. Just need more proof. Don't trust them. Only Lyris.
You there! What did that fugitive tell you? Who are you? Another spy? What did this lying Easterner say to you? Assisting a fugitive is a crime in Hafingar Unless you want to find out how we deal with traitors and spies, tell me what he said to you. Ice Reach Coven? Ridiculous. The only threat to the West are those damn spies from Eastern Skyrim, conspiring against our king. Forget whatever nonsense this skeever told you, and be on your way. You hear more talk like his, report it to the guard. Don't start spreading rumors about Reach witches. You go panicking the good folk of Solitude, and I'll toss you in a cell! And how is it you know so much about this witch work? And my grandfather killed 12 giants with his bare hands. But at least he had the good grace to string a few of their teeth around his neck before he made the claim. Got any proof? Or do you want to reconsider making a false report, eh? The word of an outsider isn't worth mammoth spit. Keep sticking your nose where it doesn't belong, and you'll wind up just like him. Mind your own business, or you'll find that Solitude doesn't take kindly to instigators and strangers. Go on. Just remember, I'll be keeping an eye.
Stay back! I'll do it! I'll stab you! I mean it! One step closer, and I'll stick you like a hawker! I don't know any Brondold. That is what I told the guards, and that is what I'm telling you. I don't want any more trouble. You make me stab you, and it's my word against yours. Dead? Stone's mercy! I'm next, aren't I? I promise. I don't know anything. I won't make any trouble. I'll disappear. I don't even like it here. You'll never see me again. He did not tell me a lot. Said he was tracking some bad people. Asked me to keep an eye out for any unusual comings and goings. The last time we spoke, it was about the men with the job postings. A pair of wolves in sheep's clothing. Trying to blend in, but still off around the edges. Same with their horses. Sheared mountain mares. Come from the Reach, I wager. Flyers. They were hanging them at the inn around the city. Something about a lucrative opportunity in the Druidek Mountains. I really did not pay them a lot of attention. I was more interested in the men distributing them. Take Brondol's horse and run before someone less friendly comes to find me. Bron was going to take me back east after he finished here. I want to live where strangers are welcomed with a smile instead of a scowl. I hear Windhelm is like that. We are stuck between the despot of Markarth and the Skald King of the East. Both sniff around like wolves, waiting for a moment of weakness to strike. Not a day goes by without a threat of war. It is exhausting living this way. They'd be wise to. The only time Reachmen and Nords meet is to kill each other. I always heard they were raiders and barbarians. No interest in honest labor, or writing for that matter. Not the sort to post job notices. Who knows? Maybe they really do need laborers. Can't imagine Reachmen would hire Nords, though. It doesn't make a lot of sense. A wild land full of wild folk, located south and west of here. It's changed hands between Reachmen and the Nords more times than I can count. But they control the territory now. Seeing Reachmen wandering the streets of Solitude, it makes me nervous. You'd feel the same if you knew the tales of the fall of Markarth. What the rich men do to folks they capture. Better to slice your own throats than let those barbarians take you alive. If they raid our hold, just run and don't look back.
Undying's Aegis needs your help. Sea giants and vampires are everywhere.
Interest?
While you're brown. I found the most.
But...
Have you...
Let's make our ancestors proud!
They have seized the point!
My Stentor, the capture point has moved! Grab the new capture point! Grab the new capture point! My Stentor, the capture point has moved! Grab the new capture point!
We must answer in kind. They've taken the point.
By Stendhal, the capture point has moved!
They have secured the point! Impossible! They have seized the point!
They've captured the point! We captured the point! No! The point is theirs! To the new point! Yes! We've taken the point! The point is theirs! By Stendhal, the capture point has moved!
Have seized the point! I cannot believe it! We could not...
capture point!
Impossible! They've seized the point!
They have secured the point!
There goes the capture point!
We seized the point!
I have a unique opportunity for scholastic
If you're
research
seeking
today.
excitement, the Swords of Solitude can provide. Wager your life and reap your... The coterie of organized scholars made a troubling discovery. Turns out the old legends of the Shade Mother have more truth to them than anyone believed. Now it falls on us to put an end to the foul creature before it causes any more. A wizened old Hagraven that's lived far too long. Legend says she sucks up the life of the land itself to sustain her longevity. She appears to be doing just that near Morthal. Kill her and use this mixture to cleanse the Shade Mother's corruption. Be quick and be victorious. The Swords of Solitude's reputation demands it. You'll have to ask Colia Lawseeker about that. She's assured me that it will dispel the pools of corruption created by the Shade Mother around Morthal, and that's all I care to know. Colia is in Solitude, if you wish to question her. The Swords of Solitude Militia, oldest volunteer army in the Hold. We've defended the people of Western Skyrim for generations. The High King's soldiers cannot respond to every petition for assistance, so we lend our aid to those willing to pay. Western Skyrim doesn't need a bunch of outsiders telling us how to handle our affairs. The High King permits the guilds their presence here. But they work through us or not at all. Skyrim can fend for itself, though we are on lean times. We've never had such a shortage of folk willing to fight to defend their neighbors. I don't know where all the brave souls have gone. But Solitude feels lean as a lone wolf these days. So here I am.
Another day, another...
Who's
infernal
this? Strong, sober, well-equipped? The coterie of organized scholars needs adventurers of your stripe. Our research very much depends on it. Our fieldwork is fascinating, satisfying, and it pays quite... well, there is payment. Interested? Our senior, most expert on ambulatory flora requires a field assistant to collect fresh samples of Spriggan bark from the Shadow Green. Expired Spriggans tend to decompose rather quickly, but if you find any that are recently deceased, that should do. More likely, you'll have to chop down some that you encounter. Careful, they are more aggressive than most trees. If you haven't already seen to it, check in with the scholar running this study. They're most eager to see it get underway. Oh, it's a natural wonder! A lush, temperate cavern within the nearby mountain. Thanks to some not entirely dormant volcanic activity, no doubt, a great number of local fauna take refuge from the cold there. That includes many predators, I'm afraid. Tinzin is the name. I'm a representative of the renowned coterie of organized scholars. I'm also a member. Alchemy is my purview, as well as my passion, but our membership's specialties outnumber the stars in the sky. Oh, we're the oldest institution of learning in Western Skyrim, outside the Bard's College. In fact, the students of the Bard's College and the Mages Guild employ us exclusively for research assistance, a perk of our charter with the High King. Well, the Mages Guild is a foreign body, and folk are particularly suspicious of them. So, they are legally obligated to conduct their business through our trusted institution. As for the Bard's College, not all poets are scholars, let's say. The dangerous and dirty kind, I'm afraid. We may be a scholarly organization, but some of our research is more hazardous than others, so we are often in need of adventurous types to recover materials for study and experimentation.
About time I found someone whose spine wasn't bent with age or cowardice. There's trouble on the dark clouds are gathering over the Western Kingdom. Harrow storms, they're called. The conjurings of Reachman witchcraft. Unfortunately, there are more reports of these unholy storms than folk willing to brave them. What the Swords of Solitude needs is a group of volunteers with the guts to wade into a few of these harrow storms and stop the accursed witchwork that is causing these fell winds to blow.
I haven't seen you before. Are you new to Solitude? Better yet, are you looking for work? If so, you've come to the right person. Let's talk. Not me, my debtors. I provide funds to the coterie of organized scholars and the Swords of Solitude militia. Both are short-handed and in arrears, so I took it upon myself to correct their courses before they leave me destitute. You'll work for them. Cautious. Good. You might last long enough to help me recoup the gold I lent those fine and upstanding organizations. What is it you want to know? Because too much of my wealth is tied up in their enterprises. They were reliable investments for years, but the recent scarcity of workers has taken its toll. If either organization collapses, I go out of business as well. They're an organization of local scholars granted the exclusive right to pursue their research in the Western Holds. The Mages Guild relies upon them, as does the Bard's College, but they haven't been able to fulfill their obligations recently. One of the oldest independent militias in the Western Holds, sellswords granted the right to ply their trade with the kingdom in exchange for pledging their services to the High King. The Fighters Guild employs them almost exclusively, or they did. Tenzin represents the coterie. Odd work, but it pays well. Hidaver handles the militia's assignments. Dangerous work. Don't do it alone. Here's an advance. Make sure you're prepared for the job they offer you. You're no good to anyone dead.
Well?
What do you want? trying to skeeve out of the deal.
The problem with searching for the truth is sometimes you find it. We are too quick to dismiss our old legends as colorful superstition. They are meant to be warnings. We should listen to them. She found someone? I didn't think there is anyone left in Solitude who wouldn't flinch at the merest suggestion of magic. Fighting the Shade Mother won't be as simple as slaying your typical Hagraven, if there is such a thing. She's far more powerful. According to the legends, her mastery of life and death is absolute. She bends nature to her will, and she feasts on the land itself to sustain her power. The clever woman I consulted said that the Shade Mother's magic is akin to necromancy. Oh, you've heard of her? I suppose she is something of a legend in her own right. Nords who dabble in the old ways are a dying breed. She made the cleansing mixture you were given to purify the Shade Mother's corruption.
What?
Vestige? You're a sight for sore eyes. Feels like it's been ages since, well, you know. I'd invite you for a drink, but I'm about to present myself to royalty just as soon as my contact arrives. He's what? Damn it. Queen Gerhild will be here at any moment. Look, Her Highness is expecting to talk to me and my contact. I need you to pretend to be that contact, or this will go very badly. We can exchange intimate details of our lives later. Right now, just know that the safety of all of Skyrim, maybe even all of Tamriel, depends on how this meeting goes. So follow my lead and be on your best behavior with Her Highness.
Lyris Titanborn. Your reputation is known even here in the West. Is this one of your famed companions?
No, but I assure you my partner is one of the Skald King's best. Go introduce yourself, partner.
I am Gerhild, Queen of Skyrim. Allow me to welcome you on behalf of our kingdom, our city, and our hold. Who might you be? The letter that preceded your arrival said an attempt was made on the Skald King's life. It indicated that High King Svargrim would be next. My husband took that as an accusation and a threat. He will not meet with you, but I will hear you out. Have you anything that would persuade my husband? It will take some substantial evidence to convince High King Svargrim to heed the words of the hated Yoren, the Skald King. Trouble from the Reach is as common as snow in winter. That will not be enough for Svargrim to accept the help of outsiders. His hatred of Yoren runs deep. I will speak on your behalf, but you and Lyris must bring me proof my husband cannot ignore. Thank you for alerting me to this situation. I am eager to see what else you uncover. I will do what I can, but be as discreet as possible. If you run afoul of my husband, he won't hesitate to return you to Yoren, and not necessarily in one piece. My deepest apologies. Between the Reach to our south and the Ebonheart Pack to the east, our soldiers have come to see all outsiders as a potential threat. I will look into this. Vigilance cannot be allowed to become a bludgeon. You must convince my husband that a threat greater than Yoren exists. Further, this threat must directly imperil the High King. Find proof of this, and I will assist you how I can. Helping to keep our hold safe will also allay his concerns. It's enough for me to believe your intentions are sincere. Learn more about these suspicious activities you mentioned, then bring it to me. If this threat is as dangerous as Yoren claims, prove it, and I will make my husband listen to reason. Eastern and Western Skyrim have been at odds since the kingdom was divided. Yoren's ambitions for the Ruby Throne, however, have created a new level of tension.
forming alliances and raising armies for conquest. Should we not be wary of such a man? Frankly, yes. He believes Yoren hasn't marched here with an army as yet, because the Western holds are firmly united against Pact rule. My husband is certain Yoren plots to erode those allegiances. He will not easily earn the High King's trust.
You handled that better than I expected. Now what in Mara's name happened to Brondald? Damn. Lucky thing he found you. Brondald was supposed to get the lay of the land before I got here. Without his information, my work for Yoren the Skald King could be over before it begins. What did he give you? Hand it over. Smugglers and Reachmen up to illicit business. Nothing unusual there, but Brondald thought it could be connected to the Coven. I'm short a good investigator, and you stepped into the role easily enough. Can I count on you to help me with this? Brondald mentioned some locals we should have a talk with. A snitch named Grega, who likes to gamble in back alleys, and an orc named Mog, who frequents the Lonely Troll Inn. Let's find them and see what they can tell us. Succinctly? No, but I'll try. The Icereach Coven recently attacked the Skald King. We learned they're planning something in western Skyrim as well, so Yoren sent me to warn them. Beyond that, we have the leads Brondald found, and that's about it. I had a run-in with the Coven too. First at their stronghold in the Sea of Goats, then in Eastmarch. They tried to... well, let's say they had plans of an unkind nature regarding the Skald King. I stopped them, then came here to warn Svargrim. While it's true that Svargrim and Yoren don't get along, the Skald King doesn't want something terrible to befall western Skyrim. That would be bad for the East as well as the West. Besides, Yoren was hoping for an opportunity to improve relations. We don't, but it's all we've got. Even if they aren't connected to the Icereach Coven, taking care of a few of Svargrim's problems might earn us some goodwill. Now, let's go check out the back alleys and the Lonely Troll Inn.
Keep it down. You'll wake the dead. What is it?
Castle Dower is a monument to the Western spirit. Stony and cheerless. Maybe the new tower will liven up the place.
Ready when you are.
Godfrey, is that you? Listen closely, you insufferable clod. I need you to find my notes and... wait, you're not Godfrey? Stuck in the bottle? No, no, no. This is a devious and very stubborn illusion. One that you now have the privilege of breaking. I was conducting some research, you see, and inadvertently triggered this spell. Luckily, I know how to reverse it. It's quite simple. I recorded the locations of 3 verses of a powerful incantation in my journal on the off chance something like this occurred. Acquire the verses, come back and dispel this illusion. I'll make it worth your while. I promise. Oh, my assistant Borfrey has my journal. Find it, read my notes, and acquire the incantation. Also tell him to come get me. Someone nearly took a swig of me. Oh, I suppose introductions are in order. I am Narcissus Dren, famed historian, etc. Oh, does it really matter? Every historian worth his salt winds up trapped in an illusion at some point. Oh, very common, and thus not worthy of discussion or commitment to record. I will say, though, as magical traps go, Maelmoth's wards are top tier. Indeed, I acquired a powerful scroll from the Mages Guild. I thought it might direct me to a legendary illusionist's secret sanctum. Unfortunately, reading it led me to this dismal state. Steal? We're adventurers, aren't we? What you call stealing, I call daring investigation. Meomoth's works contain a wealth of secrets. If we don't pursue them, some other historian will. I, for one, have no interest in sharing the glory with, why, with anyone other than you, of course. You really thought I meant to exclude you? Oh, you wound me. Oh, illusion magic extends far beyond simple parlor tricks and mirages. Skilled practitioners exert power over the mind itself. Intellectually, I know I am not a bottle. But the spell fooled some primitive aspect of my psyche into believing I am. Precisely. The spell turned my knowledge of the natural sciences against me. Crafty, yes? A lesser intellect might have evaded the trap entirely. How's that for irony?
Hello there.
Hey, don't step on the dice. There a reason you're interrupting our game, pork face? Don't know any Brondoled. Don't know you. Either way, I got nothing to tell you. Get lost. I'm on a winning streak. Dead? That's a new one. Nothing Kasala usually moves through port is worth killing over. You didn't hear it from me, but she's the one picking up those shipments. Her warehouse is down on the docks. You want to know more? Go ask her.
What do you want?
If you see a pretty bottle around, let me know. It talks, if that helps. Oh, thank you. I was worried that Master Dren had gotten lost when I went to get myself some stew. I guess I just forgot why I set the bottle down. I'll go and get it. Him. As soon as I finish my stew. It's really good stew. That's good. A talking bottle makes me nervous, and it sure made Master Dren crankier than normal. I'll bring it here and keep it safe with his other stuff. Don't worry.
Sounds.
People bring...
Since being a son.
You never...
Many goods?
Heard you wiped out that goblin tribe in Fungal Grotto. Maybe I can go visit the place now.
bloody mages and their bloody tricks.
Hello? Is that you, doughty assistant? Oh, thank feck. You have the incantation, yes? Read it quickly. You'll be surprised to hear that life as a bottle does not suit me. How should I know? I'm a historian, not a hedge wizard. Just use your best judgment. I have near total faith in you. Yes, yes, that's it. I can feel the illusion's grip loosening. Keep going. Read the other lines. Ow! No, no, no. That's not it. Honestly, how hard is it to read? Yes, yes, that's it. I can feel the illusion's grip loosening, I think. Yes, I think that's right. I can feel the glass cracking around me. Keep going. Speak the final. That's it. The glass is fading away. I'm...
Oh, finally! Let's see. Legs, arms, stylish coiffure. Yes! Looks like everything's as it should be. What a relief. Oh, it's you, my undereager assistant of adventures past. Well, any port in a storm, yes? We need to find Melmoth's Mysterium quickly. First, we need his journal. A bull-headed librarian refused to share it with me. Can you believe that? Oh, I'd almost forgotten how cheeky you are. I might have torn one of the pages. Honestly, you'd barely notice. But you know how librarians are. Spill a drink, or talk too loudly, or rip a few pages, and wham! They cast you out on your ear. A prickly Argonian named Dean Villaz. She works in the Mages Guild Library in Solitude. You lack my ample charisma, it's true, but you do radiate a certain degree of authority. I'm confident you can talk her out of the journal. Yes, of course. Narcissus Dren is always true to his word. If you assist me in following the clues laid out in Melmoth's journal, I will gladly share the wonders of his Mysterium with you. Porphyry! Why in Beck's name did you bring my belongings out onto the street?
Master Dren, I'm terribly sorry. I just thought you were hollering so loud, maybe I should let you cool down a bit. And I didn't have any coin for the innkeeper. You, want some stew?
I most certainly do not. Gather my effects. You look like deranged indigents out here.
Despite...
You must be Mog. I have questions.
Questions? Happy to oblige. Buy a few rounds and let's chat.
You're going to answer me, Orc, or...
Hey! Nobody intimidates my friends.
Princess Svana.
Who gave you the right to walk in here and bully my friend? Did my father send you? Because he doesn't like Mog. But I like Mog. Mog doesn't care that I'm a princess, and it doesn't matter to me that Mog's a scoundrel. If my father didn't send you, why are you threatening my friend? Smelly bastards. Cheap, too. Wouldn't buy us a drink. They hung their flyers and left without saying a word. Then, a different smelly bastard showed up to sign on workers. He was a charmer, though. His breeches fit well. And he was handsome. Not a Nord. Breton, maybe? I didn't really listen to what he was saying. A half-dozen workers left with him. Off to the Drudok Mountains or someplace. He hasn't been back since.
Let's talk outside, partner.
Oh, well done. You handled the princess with skill and aplomb. Saves me the trouble of having to talk her down. I'd say I'm in your debt, but it was your she-giant that provoked her in the first place. That's what this was all about? You and this she-giant looking for work? You're too late, I'm afraid. The posting agent has come and gone, and with a handful of laborers in tow. The flyers are still around, so perhaps he'll return. I heard mention of the Drudok Mountains, but I doubt that was anything more than a false trail. Most of these mining concerns like to keep the true location of their hoard a trade secret. Well, is that it? You a competitor out to steal their mine? Overheard snippets of conversation and a feeling in my gut. While the hiring agent might have been a Breton, his associates were clearly from the Reach, by the way. I also heard talk of a lodge outside the city. Perhaps a stop along the way?
Bringing a book for travel is well worth the pack space. Shame they're so heavy.
Stop shaking. So we've got a mysterious Breton possibly working with Reachmen, recruiting workers for some unknown purpose. Plus, there's a smuggler hiding unknown contraband in a warehouse down by the docks. I say we deal with... We know where to find her, and we more or less know what she's up to. And if the two are connected, maybe the smuggler can help us narrow our search for the Breton. Ready to visit Casella's warehouse?
Got somewhere to be? Maybe fast?
Thief tried to rob me. Help!
Kyne's Aegis needs your help. Sea giants and vampires are everywhere.
That's Kasala's warehouse. Only one sentry. Let's try not to cause a scene.
Private property. Get lost. Wait. A half-giant? Is that Lyris Titanborn? Blood and Blade. Everyone knows Lyris Titanborn. What a woman. She's even larger than I imagined. No wonder she fought Swordmaster Sai Sahan to a draw. Wait, is he here too? Until Kasala returns, I'd be happy to keep Fair Lyris company in her stead. Alas, Kasala doesn't allow visitors when she isn't here to conduct business. But we can wait out here. Do you think Lyris would autograph my ancestral scabbard? Would mean so much to my son. When I have one. Do you know if Lyris is betrothed? Oh, thank you, thank you! You don't know how much this means to me.
I don't know what you said to him, but this is our chance. Try the lock. Good job with the sentry. Really? I feel like I've picked 1,000 of them by now.
I don't suppose we have anything to cook.
Every time I leave, I come back to more cats. Oh. Watch the cats. They're always...
The lawn.
just needs your help. Sea giants and vampires are everywhere.
See what's in those marked crates. Oh, well.
I knew whoever was poking through our shipments would return. Brought muscle this time, I see.
More than you. Care to try me?
I'll pass. I just want to know who's been meddling in my business. I had a feeling it wasn't just an opportunistic thief trying to steal my cargo. What are you after? A plot against the High King? Involving plundered antiquities from Hammerfell? Preposterous. I'm simply facilitating a transaction between treasure hunters and a rich collector. So, who am I paying the bribe to? You or the High King? Give me that! Tribal craft's my arse. I told that son of a skeever I don't deal in arcane goods, especially ones from the Reach. Nothing but sorrow comes from such business. This isn't... No name, just instructions and gold. Shipments come in, I make sure no one looks too closely and wait for a pickup. Never see same face twice. Last time it was a smooth-talking Breton with Nord laborers in tow. You want more? I need assurances. They're taking the cargo to an abandoned lodge in the foothills north of Solitude. Occasionally used it myself when the city guard was being thorough. Want to catch them? Start there. If that's all, we're leaving. I'm not losing my... The Breton was sly. Handsome even. Thought he could charm me into taking on additional shipments. Now that I know what's involved, the trouble isn't worth it. The Nords were local, hired hands from the Lonely Troll. I'm paid not to ask too many questions. This arrangement was a lucrative one. I trusted them, but it seems they took advantage of my natural greed. That won't.
Brondald had good instincts. We're definitely onto something. Our mystery buyer is hiring locals to haul these urns and reach fetishes out of the city. But for what purpose? The Coven was also perfecting some kind of ritual in Ice Reach. Something to do with storms. If these fetishes are from Ice Reach, you may be onto something. Still, why involve the locals? Seems like an unnecessary risk. Good idea. Head there while I circle around from the other direction. Maybe I can catch them before they reach the lodge. Just be careful. I'd rather not lose another partner at this point in the investigation. Give your sentry my best, and tell him I owe him an autograph.
Oh, he's gonna get more than an autograph if I see him again.
never get these eggs.
I need aid! Set it ablaze!
Those eggs down there are in better shape. Do me a favor and take care of the undesirables down there. I'll stay here and shoot them.
Aid me!
Miss me? Maybe I should have joined the buoyant hommages.
I have more than I need.
I like reading too, you know. If you ever need an excuse to get me something. Is that the last of them? Oh, thank feck.
Some folk.
Ready to buy?
I can't wait.
If you don't see me here,
I'm carving them.
I've no...
How may I...
Hey, over here.
Hello there.
No charge to have a look.
All right. Dwemer constructs are a little more dangerous than your average city thug. But right here, as always, there's nothing...
Looking for...
Greetings.
Now here's a look. Come and do...
Prices have never been better.
Anything I can do?
change of plans?
You put too much stock in rumors that are old wine.
Hello, stranger. Are you lost? If you're looking to rob me, I'm afraid I have nothing of value. I'm merely out here searching for my grandfather, Keldnir. Yes, he used to visit these ruins once or twice a year, on what he said were academic pilgrimages. He would be gone for a few days, then return looking tired but satisfied.
I was hoping to speak to you about a new lesson. But I think I may have a more pressing issue.
I wanted to speak to you as well.
Olenway, I don't think your husband enjoys my company.
They say that when someone professes another's dislike for them, they really mean the opposite.
He hisses at me when I walk past. It's true. I don't know what you see in him. You realize in the grand scheme of your marriage, he's the one who wins.
How many times do I have to tell you not to rewrite and Orion's texts? It's incredibly irritating and insulting.
Hello, stranger. Are you lost? If you're looking for... Yes, he used to visit these ruins once or twice a year, on what he said were academic pilgrimages. He would be gone for a few days, then return looking tired but satisfied. It's been 3 weeks since we saw him last. This is Labyrinthian, an ancient city from the First Era. I don't know what my grandfather's interest in it is, but I've heard terrible sounds coming from within. You seem sturdy. Might I request your aid in looking for him? Thank you for accompanying me. I will feel better having someone by my side while I search for my grandfather. We should head inside whenever you're ready. Of course, ask me anything you wish. It's the least I can do in exchange for your help. Grandfather Keldnir is a kind, gentle man. My parents died when I was very young, so he brought me with him to live in the temple. He taught me many things about the beauty of the world and the majesty of Kain. I admire him very much. I don't know. I want to believe that, but he's 83 years old, and his health has waned in the last few months. I'd already made peace with the idea that I may lose him soon, but I didn't think it would be in a place like this. No. I am a priestess of Kain. I weave a bit of clever magic to change my shape, but I would appreciate it if you kept that to yourself. I've been studying owls lately. They are so beautiful in flight. They are one of my favorite forms to take. No, many in my order would frown on it. We Nords have a fraught relationship with magic, but I feel such a sense of communion when I take flight. Feeling the wind rustle through my feathers, it's as if Kain and I are dancing. No. The rune god Juno bears the aspect of the owl, but I doubt Kain minds. Hawk or owl, my heart belongs to her. sorry I didn't come sooner. May Cain carry his spirit to Sovngarde. What do you mean? He never mentioned anything like that to me. Cain's gift, Grandfather. Had I known, had anyone at the temple known, we would have aided you in this. Extremely. And if my grandfather is dead, that means the seal is no longer protected. Someone might be trying to release Morokwe as we speak. Are you with me still? We must seek out these... Thank you for taking on this new task. Had I known how dire the situation was, I would have brought more priests. We need to find the braziers, and quickly. They must be spread about the ruin. I just lost the person closest to me, and gained a responsibility that could determine the fate of old Skyrim. Forgive me if I see... Someone else has been here. Another extinguished flame. You're here. Whoever killed my grandfather must also be responsible for extinguishing these flames. There is one more flame to light. It must be within the ruin interior somewhere.
Don't like your odds.
What are you doing here? What's happened to you?
Yes, sir. Come closer. I do not have much time left. Kain's wards have been dismissed. If Morokay's wrath breaks loose from this place, Skyrim will fall to ruin. You must stop this from happening. Reignite the warding flame inside Morokay's final resting place. Once it is lit, you must seal the tomb itself. But be wary. We are not alone in here. The Dragon Priest did not orchestrate this himself. A necromancer. One with strength the likes of which I have never faced. But all his power will not help him if Morokay emerges from his tomb. The Dragon Priest will consume him. And then the world. I beg you, please, stop this from happening. Good. You must not let Morokay escape. Stop this madness before it can begin. If only I had been strong enough. And please, keep Ysild safe. Ensure she will see this journey through to its end. She is the future. The protector.
Rest in glory, Yharnam. I will finish what you and my grandfather started. I swear it!
Legend of Beck.
This flame, it's wrong. We may be too late. I don't understand. We lit all of the flames, but this one glows blue as a Draugr's heart. It shouldn't look like... Then they might be close to achieving their goal. We can't let that happen. We have to go to the source, Moroke's tomb.
I don't want to hurt you, but now I'm going to. Would it kill them to run away? Well, no, I guess it wouldn't. Maybe they should try that. I never used to fight this much, until I met you. You
killing
betcha.
those who stand in my way. You will not take the dragon priest's power.
Now, let's get out of here.
In a big family, you have to know how to scrap.
Split up.
You know, I like to think I'm agreeable.
it's done. My grandfather's so-called pilgrimage. It was a tale made up to explain all of this. To keep Morake sealed away. If only he would have told me sooner. I could have helped. I could have saved him and Yharnam. I will fulfill my grandfather's wish and take up the mantle he entrusted to me. Morake must never be allowed to escape this tomb. I learned a great deal watching you fight. When the time comes again, I will be ready. Thank you for everything. I think I still need some time to come to terms with everything. This was a great deal to take on at once. I feel tired. Older. No, even though I want to be. Anger would be easier. Maybe that will come later. Grief is a strange thing, isn't it? I know my grandfather was just trying to protect me for as long as he could. He always looked out for me. For a bit, yes. I think I need to be alone with my thoughts. I will find my way back safely enough. Kyne is with me. May she always be with you.
Vec will want to hear about that one.
Join your comrades in this world. The reliquary is prepared. Stripped you of your soul. We'll coax it from you yet. This reliquary is filled. It has begun. This ritual. A bountiful harvest. Enjoy your freedom from oblivion.
reliquary is nearly filled. Enjoy your freedom from oblivion. Short-lived. Summon a dozen more!
There's trouble brewing here. Stay alert.
light metal. Would it kill them to run away? Well, no, I guess it wouldn't. Maybe they should try that.
You're back! I'm so glad to see you. I hope it wasn't too dangerous. I feel like I should have gone with you, but I probably would have slowed you down. Oh, the rubbings! Did you get them? How exciting! I can't believe I get to examine these myself. Fieldwork is wonderful! Now, I just have to hope they confirm my theory. Well, the glyphs here are definitely Merethic era, with Nord inclusions that have... Sorry, I'll skip all that. These symbols resemble those on dragon cult tablets. I think they're charms that speed up the release of the dragons from their mounds. Well, something like that. It happened in Elsewhere, didn't it? Now that I have these, there's one final mound to investigate. I have to physically go there this time. Would you still be willing to help me? I'm not sure I can do this alone. There's a dragon mound farther down the road, a big one. When I first entertained this theory, I made a warding spell, one that should seal whatever's inside permanently. It's difficult to cast, however. I need someone to watch my back. I wasn't sure about this last part. I needed the rubbings to know. Besides, if I said I needed you to maybe help me cast a spell to seal up a dead dragon, you'd think that was ridiculous. Everyone else does, especially my mentor. Sure? No. But what if I'm right? I know it's all untested theory, but if the alternative is a dragon waking up, then I think I try. I've seen all the reports of the slaughter in Elsewhere. It sounds horrible. It certainly happened in Elsewhere, didn't it? Everyone thought dragons were gone for...
Join our great hunt! The exchange nears completion.